live stream this morning or this afternoon or this evening. I don't know what part of the earth you are connecting from. I don't know what the time is, but I know it's barely some few minutes to after 3 or to 4. I want you to be connected at this hour koinonia with you, a fellowship. I hope you miss me. For some time, we have not had some quiet moments together. I mean, fellowship, the whole essence of, live streaming is to look for someone to chat with. So if you are the one that is out there, coming live at this time, I want to welcome you. I say you are welcome, and don't feel as if you are coming on air and you are the only one just joining me at this moment. They say one, put 1,000 to flight, two, 10,000. So if you are there, don't go away in a hurry, because we are here for a good moment. What's that good moment all about? If you look at the title of my discussion for today, who is a better cook in the house? Who cooks better? This is Africa, you know. Africa is a beautiful place, and we as Africans, we are homely, we are accommodative, we are a friendly people. We understand what communal life is, community life is. You understand what I mean? So like I told you, communal is something that is so predominant in Africa. We live. Communal is something that is so predominant in Africa. We live together as sisters. I'm telling you, we don't joke with ourselves. Even with white people, they know that Africans have communal life. Joke with it. We don't make light of it. We're very sensitive people. I'm telling you, and communal life has always been our bane of our society. Okay, because we believe so much in, living together as a people. Because we believe so much in, living together as a people. In short, before the advent of the coming of the white people, Africans were living together. I'm telling you, we're not living on top of trees. We are living together as brothers and sisters, enjoying fellowship and having communal life. Well, today I'm going to give you a practical example of what I mean by communal life, because why we cherish life, and life is beautiful, and they say what you make out of it, life is what you make out of it. So the best of life is what we cherish. I'm telling you, today I'm going to be taking a detour to, let's have some fellowship. We're going to cook beans today. How many of you know beans? Beans. You know what beans today? We're going to be going how we do it in Africa is what I'm going to show you. Well, Africa is a communal kindred spirit that we have. We do things, together. What am I trying to say? We don't discriminate. In Europe, there's high regard for the women. I was just talking to my wife before she went out now. She said that the women have a high place in Africa. In Europe, it is said that it's a woman's world. Professional treatment, in that part of the world. What do I mean? It's a woman's world. That's to say that you don't toil with a woman. You give her a place. There's a respect give to the woman, and when you don't treat the woman, they say the Americans will say treat her like a lady. Treat her like a lady. So you must learn how to treat a woman like a lady and have respect for her. You don't abuse the woman. But in Africa, it's not like that. Africa, we are a unique kind of people. In Africa, we have respect for men. They say here is a man in Africa, while in Europe is a woman's world. So you see, what is good for one man is not good for the other woman. So you see, different life, people live different kind of life, and they find it comfortable, based on where you find yourself. I don't know what part of the earth you are connecting with me today. Are we picking beans? Are you surprised? Don't be surprised that today we'll be picking beans in Europe. You know, these things are already picked already. They are clean, but because of where we find ourselves, we do it alone. And we don't say because the woman is the woman, let her do it all. No, if, in short, in my home, in Africa of today, in Nigeria of today, to be specific, with how hard the economy is, you know, with these days you see our men going to the market themselves, because we have seen our women go to the market, and when they come back, they keep complaining. They tell us the toxicity of the market situation. I mean, you go in there, you can't buy anything. In short, you go to the market and you don't buy. I mean, you can go 50,000 naira and you only come with one sack naira and you only come with one sack of food. I'm telling you, you don't see what you are buying because everything is just skyrocketing. Our Nigerian market right now is so, I mean, deteriorating that the naira has lost its value. Now in there, you can't see what you are buying. So these days, the women are scarce. They are a market, and most of the time right now, you see the men go because why men are, men are a special kind of species. So though we say here in Africa is a man's world, but that does not nullify the fact the economy has forced us to be more accommodative to our wives because of what they go through in the market. We also say, well, they say two is better than one, two is better than one. So we tend to also say, let us also feel the heat. What does it take to go to the market? In my home, I go to the market. I go in the house, I go to the market. And I know what the heat is. When you go there, you need to be strong to go around the market because things are so expensive. I mean, every day, the prices of goods keeps skyrocketing, keep going up all the time. And you imagine what is the cost. Like one day I took time to interview a woman in the market, and she was telling me, well, when is the time of when the political era is coming, government is about to change hands. At times, there is scarcity of goods, but when they are campaigning, they make things more cheaper and trying to tell you that, well, vote me in, vote me in. So once again, that's the situation that we find in Africa. So with that, we men prefer to go to the market when I want to do the shopping. So today you are welcome. Remember the title of the message today again is that who is a better cook in the house? I'll prove that to you today. Well, today we're going to be picking beans. You know what beans is? Beans, yes. Beans happens to be my best food. It's proteinous. I mean, there are different species of beans. This one is called the iron beans. It's white. You can see it. It's white in nature. And we have what we call the red beans. There's what we also call the smaller beans is meant to do bean cake. what our women used to do bean cake, but this is iron beans. It's very proteinous. Beans, they are proteinous. In short, beans happens to be my best food. It happens to be my best food. So this is, I have a later here. Well, the way we see it, so so we we pick them, the dates in it, we pick them. So as a father, this is the lady I'm going to pick the dates from it and just put them in. So this is what we do normally. And if there's some of them come with stones, hard stones. I see at times when you don't pick them very well, your family, look at it, you see this one from the beans, stone, hard stone. So if you are not careful enough, you add the stone, and when we are eating it, we crack the stones, and it hurts our nails, our tooth nails. And these nails also are so bad, it's not hygienic for us. I'm telling you, because so that is what we do. It takes pain. You might be saying, how do we do this? How do we take time to do this? Well, that is what the economy of the country has forced us to do. Permit me to say this, there's I cannot afford it. I bought this, this is a model, like I told you, 9 milk cup of this makes one model. How much did I buy it again? It goes for 1,500. I bought it for 1,500 naira. But those days, in my days, we used to buy a model of beans for 500. You can get it, so you can see the level of how things have gone up. 1,000 naira on top of it. We buy a model of rice for 300, 400. Even rice is more expensive than beans those days. But these days, the beans is competing with the rice. In most cases, the beans has even gone higher. I hear some people say, who eats beans? Some people don't like the beans. But actually, the beans actually happens to be my best food. It's proteinous, and I like it. I like eating the beans. It's very proteinous. You might ask me, how did I come about loving beans? I came to like beans very much through my late stepmom. Well, I come from, a home whereby, I was the first for my father. In my father's home, I'm the first. And in my mother's house, and my father's house, we're 7, and I'm the first boy from a different mother. And in my mother's house, we are 7. No, we are 6. Sorry, and I'm the 4th. It happens like that. So each time I go home, so I told you that my mom, my stepmom, my late stepmom, used it with. She garnished it. That's the word. Let me use the word right now. She garnished it with so much tomato and onion. But onion is very expensive now. You can't do that again. So the way we cook the beans these days, at times you even put the beans, you don't have those spice. You don't put the tomato, you don't put the onion. Because why? Where can you see it's very expensive? Onion is very expensive to come by these days. So most of the time when we cook, they do away with the spices, because spices like tomato and onion, especially at this rainy season. At this rainy season, tomato and onion is very expensive because it's rainy season. So the farmers have just planted, and they are selling from their old stock. So this is a very expensive, especially tomato right now is very, very expensive in the market. I'm telling you, you can't buy it. It's very expensive than one of the spices. So we do with what we have, and we don't mind if we don't have the spices, but it's nutritious. So cooking is what cooking well and eat it. And I can remember very well, I told you beans is my favorite food. My wife does not like beans so much. And I can remember very well, one of my daughter likes beans. Her name is Walt. I remember when her mother was pregnant for her. Anytime I force her to eat beans, I'm the one that forces her to eat beans. My daughter will be dancing and clapping in the womb. So because Like, and when I was, this one is really father's daughter, like father, like daughter. So, so she, when she came out, she took after me. She loved things also. So like the live stream, wherever part of the world that you're connected right now, please come on live. I'm still waiting for you. Your friend is here, Okonji Christopher Television. I'm highly elated to be with you at this hour. I'm just waiting for one person to show up, and the other people will just line up. So whatever part of the earth that you are right now, I call you forth. Please come on air. Let's have some chat together. I mean, it's so exciting. You might men help we men help our wives in the chores in the home. As a father, at times when my children are not there, I'm not too big. I wash my plates myself. I do the cooking. Like I told you, I go to the mat. I go shop for the family. One thing about me is that as a father, I like when my home is filled with food. I want everywhere to be filled of food. Nobody's lacking, because in Africa right now, it's very terrible. I mean, Nigeria to be specific. People are hungry. People are hungry. There's hunger in the land. I tell you no lie. I'm telling you, Nigeria has now become, I was discussing with my wife today, is meant for only the rich. If you are not rich, you are not recognized. So it's so bad. I remember those days, I mean, people used to, I mean, you have the rich, the poor, and the average. But right now, there's no, I mean, that mid class of the average has been taken away from our system. It's either you are rich, very, very rich, or you are very, very poor. So there's a big margin. That middle class life, of that kind of life, has been taken away. So it's so bad. That's to tell you that poverty is in the land. It's tearing, I mean, people in the eyes. So when you have food like this, like the things I'm picking, you are also in between the rich. Because it's not everybody that has food to eat. If I tell you the margin, I'm telling you how the is so bad that I'm telling you, people are suffering, living through their teeth. So if you have food to eat, I'm telling you, thank God. That's how bad Africa is. But let me pause a little bit and talk a little bit about this. See, Africa is is the richest country about this. See, Africa is the richest continent in the whole earth, surface of the earth. Don't mind what you have heard or what you hear. I mean, the 3 billion population of the world. You know, in both human and natural resources. I'm telling you, but I think it's because of due to colonialism, the white people have come and divide and rule us. And instead of them developing our country, they take an advantage of us and go and build Europe and America, carry the raw material there and build Europe and America, leaving us in slums. That's why you think Africans are poor. No, we're not poor. We're just malnourished in in the way we're being treated. But Africa is very rich. You can see the most intelligent people in the whole world are black people. You can see us in every field and every facet of life, in music, in philosophy, in sports. I mean, every aspect of life, you can see Africans. But I'm happy about what's happening right now. Africans are taking their destinies in their hands. Our fathers have fought to liberate Africa from this economic strangulation and colonialism. Our fathers, Nelson Mandela, Steve named them. So you see, Africa is not. So you see, Africa is not a place nothing. I mean, in a hurry. So I'm telling you now, something's happening in the Sahel region of Burkina Faso, where we have Ibrahim Traore teaming up with other African leaders, and they are trying to, to bring Africa into unity. I'm telling you, it's working. It's working to bring Africa into unity. I'm telling you, it's working. It's working so fast and it's taking root. I'm telling you, very soon it will go to other parts of Africa. There's a clarion call for African unity, a call for unity of the African countries. having one common government, having one same currency, having visa free. You can travel to any part of Africa without, not the way the white people have structured us, making us, put us in. I'm telling you, Africa is being liberated, and we are taking our destiny in our hands. Well, don't forget that we are picking beans, and I'm excited to take you through this routine because it's something that is so exciting in your free time. You can do it. So we don't subject our women. Like I told you, we're very accommodative in Africa. We love our women, and we have a communal spirit. We want to, do things together. We want to tell our women that we love them. So while my wife is not around, my daughters, my children are not around, I take time to do this on my free time. And I'm telling you, come along with me. It's so lovely. It's so lovely when you are doing you're enjoying what you are doing. I'm telling you, and like I told you, there's a way I normally love eating the beans. It's funny to you, right? People don't eat it like you can cook the beans and eat it with yam. You know, beans. You eat it with yam. You eat it with bread. You can eat it with like that. It's so nutritious, but you won't believe it. There's something we call gari, and my daughter has joined me in that aspect right now. I will just spread the raw gari inside. Clean gari. It's so sweet. I learned how to eat it when my stepmom cooks it. It's so, I love it. It's so nutritious. You know, you will love it. And we're having fun. Well, we're having fun while picking the beans. While I'm waiting for someone to come on air, I'm still waiting for the people to see me. While I'm waiting for you to come because I'm out here because of you, not because of me. We are here together, and together, as you join me in this live, we are picking these beans. As you join me in this live, we are picking these beans together, and I believe it's fun. You are seeing that I would here, and it's so enjoyable spending some time and discussing. So I told you, so the way I enjoy the beans is when I put the ordinary gari is made out of cassava. You will get it. It's a plant that grows, and when you leave it, you make gari out of it. We make that thing that you see that we normally how we eat with soup. You carry it's like a mold. That's the gari, but the one I use in putting the food is the one that has not been made into a mold. We Africans we know how to use our bare hands to eat food, but it's not like that in Europe and America. That's I'm telling you that we Africans are a very unique set of people. We are very unique. God is so wonderful. The Bible says we are fearfully and wonderfully made. The way the white people are wonderfully and fearfully made is the way we also are fearfully and wonderfully made. We are a unique set of people. What is obtainable in Africa is not what is obtainable in Europe and America. So you see, you agree with me that we are a unique set of people, and God is interested in varieties. So He has created us to be who we are, and we are so proud of it, and highly elated about it. So you put it in the bowl, like what I'm doing right now. So it's so thin. You can see I'm very meticulous in what I'm doing. I want to be sure that I'm not adding stone to my grain. Well, beans is grain also. It's grain, special grain, but they are proteinous. That's one thing I want to let you know. Beans is protein. They give you protein, and they are very nutritious. They are very predominant in this part of the world. There are different kind of beans. Like this one is called the iron beans. It's white. That is yellow. The yellow bean. There's a red beans, different kind of beans. But we, to eat these iron beans because it's very nutritious. We like it. So Africans mostly buy this one. I don't have the red beans here. I mean the yellow beans, red beans. I'll show you, but this is the white beans. It's called iron beans. That's what most homes eat. Actually, it's very nutritious, and it's affordable. but the rate of life in Africa, in Nigeria, is very expensive. A lot of people cannot afford it. I'm telling you that at times I go to the markets for my family just to relieve my wife of the pain and the stress of the market. There's so much stress in the market. We keep going. So most of the time I want to do it. And it's like me, you might be wondering, well, those days when I was a young boy, when we learned that a man goes to the market to do shopping for the family, we see that man as a greedy man. That's where I was brought up. But today, things are changing. I'm beginning to realize that it's not all about greed now, right now. It's all about accountability, and it's all about helping the other person. And and they said that when men go, actually, like what my wife would say, they cheat the men, because we men don't have time to price the way women price. So we go with macho. I don't have, but this time around, you take time to go around the market. You can't buy in one place. So like I'm trying to tell you the truth, because the fact, of knowledge, but the truth is an established fact. I mean, word. The truth is that there's control in Nigeria because our government does not love the people. They are not interested in the people. So in my days as a young boy, there's what they call price control. The government will regulate the price of everything so that it can be duly affordable to every citizen. But our government does not care about us, whether we die or we live. They don't care. So it's struggle for survival in Nigeria. If you can live in Nigeria, you can live in any part of the world. So what I'm trying to talk about that there's no price control. Everyone sells based on how he feels. So that brings me to the fact right now to say that the problem of this country is not just the government. When we were growing up as little children, they used to tell us that the problem of Nigeria is the government. But as I come to understand it right now, as a human rights activist for the child in the area of his education and health, I'm also an activist and also an advocate, advocating for a better Nigeria of my dream. I come to understand that the government of the day is not only the problem of this country. Because like I was in an interview one time ago, and somebody was emphatically saying, he said, the problem of Nigeria is the government. And I asked a question, I said, who is the government? Let's define who a government is. The government is the people, is you and I. What is democracy? Democracy is the government of the people, by the people, for the people. You understand what I mean? So that's what democracy is. If democracy is the government of the people, by the people, for the people, then we all are government. You understand what I mean? So the thing is that the people that are on top there, you see, there are government and their hierarchy of government. There are people presently. So I was talking about what is democracy. Democracy is defined as the government of the people, by the people, for the people. So democracy is defined as the government of the people, by the people, for the people, for the people. So who are the people? You and I. When I said that, everybody kept quiet. We all are government, but there are some people that are on top of the government. So these are the people that are ruling us for now. They are not. So they are supposed to regulate. So that's why the Bible actually says, obey every authority that is in power. Because God has put them there for a season. For a season. Remember what the word said? He said God has put them there for a season, because government will change hands one day. So the government that we have in place today does not have the interests of the people at heart. And what happened? They are not interested in price control. So the problem is that everyone sells at the rate they feel like selling. So that's why when you go to the market, you don't just go and when you get to a particular place, you just buy there. No, you go around the market. You must have to move around, because everybody's selling at different price. So that's how bad and how challenging the economy of our country, Nigeria, is. It's so difficult. So you see people who skyrocket price, and that has not helped the economy. That's why I come to say the problem of Nigeria is not just the government alone, but the people. Let's look at it this way. If we can come as a people and said, no, the government has taken advantage of us. You see, one of the problems we have in Nigeria is the government of the day The people themselves don't love themselves. We have economic, political issue. We have religious bigotry right now. The government use religion as a yardstick to practice politics. You understand what I mean? They bring religion into politics, which is not ought to be. You see, you see. So who are? I'm talking about the politics that is being conducted in Nigeria. Religion and politics are two different things. You see, what if you look at religion very well, people confuse Christianity to be a religion. No, Christianity is not a religion. Christianity is a lifestyle pattern after a person called Jesus. But religion is a form, it's a form of godliness, but the power thereof. What do I mean by that? Religion is telling you that they have the form of God, God's life, but they don't have the power. What does that mean? A politician will tell you, like I tell you in this time right now, 2027 is on they will come and promise the people heaven and earth, and they will never keep to their promises. So they have a form of godliness, telling them they're going to do this for them, do that for them, show them their regalia, show them they are good, show them they will stand for them, and once the people vote them in, I mean, they put the people aside. So having a form of government but denying the power is using governance as a means of service. Our leaders are not servants. They are leaders. They are leaders. They're not leaders. They are political, I don't know what to call them. Political idiots, I will call them. Permit me to use the word. Our government are not leaders. Leaders lead a people, but the government is not leading us anywhere. They're not leading us anywhere. They're because that's why there's no price control. So that's the problem that we have. We have nepotism, we have tribalism, we have religious bigotry, we have maladministration, we have nepotism, all kind of vices. We have corruption in our government because the people are thinking about what they can amass from the people, not thinking of what they can put in the people. So you see, that's the problem of the country today. The people, because we define democracy, if we are really in democracy, it's the government of the people, by the people, for the people. Now, it's not democracy. We're operating in lies. The people tell us that it's democracy, but it's not democracy. It's theocracy. Democracy is the government by a singular people having dominion over the people. That's what we're having. So let's not self. That's why a musician will sing, which one is democracy? Demonstration of grace. You understand what I mean? That is just craziness they're demonstrating. They keep copying the white people whereby we're not living the life. What we need in Nigeria right now, or in Africa, which I know is going on right now, is revolution. What is revolution? Revolution is when a people come to the realization that their rights and privilege are being trampled upon, and they come out in unity, not in uniformity, and fight for their right and regain back their right and live on as a people. That's what is happening in the Sahel region of Burkina Faso right now with that young man called Ibrahim Traore. He took over as a captain, took over the government of the country and began to make, beauty out of that small country called Burkina Faso. That is what we need in Nigeria. That's what we need in Nigeria. We need young people like that. And I keep telling them that there's a revolution coming on in this country. So young people will rise up and take the helms of affairs. We look forward to it and correct all these ills that is happening in our government. We need that. This is the season of revolution. I've long campaigned for it, and it has started from the Sahel region 2 years ago or 3 years ago. It's going on badly. That breeze is blowing from the Sahel region of East Africa, and it's going to blow across the whole of Africa. Because God has told us that, I'm telling you, Nigeria is the focal point in what God is doing. God is going to move through Nigeria to get to every part of the world. We are still picking our beans while we are talking. Well, I'm trying to make sure that. So while I wait for you to, on this live stream, just while we pick beans together, I welcome you. Wherever you are right now, join me as we pick the last till of the beans. I know one day you will join me as we cook. I will go to the kitchen and I will show you how to cook the beans. For those of you that don't know how to cook the beans, and for those of you that don't love the beans, like my wife those days, but my wife has joined us right now in the home. She's a lover of beans right now. She eats beans like us. She has no choice. The people in Africa, we live, we don't discriminate. If I eat the food, you eat the food with me. That is love. Love is for better, for worse. Thank God, this one is not worse, it's food. Because the beans will not kill you, like we used to tell her. She has a problem of indigestion, so she doesn't know how to eat much of the beans, but she's learning. I told her, like, you have to learn how to eat the beans because it's nourishing. You know, when you eat like us, you do things like us, we live together as a people. So after you finish picking that set of videos, you pack it and put it separately, you know, so that you can continue the work. So you see, this is what they call iron beans. That's the name of these beans. It's fine beans, iron beans we call it. I'm still waiting for who will be the first person to like my live stream. Who will be the first person to come up? I'm waiting for you. Are you the first person to give me a like, a thumb up, a like? It's been long I saw that. So, let's see what we have. Look at my hands. This is the beans. This is the beans itself. They are grains. You know, don't ask me how these beans are planted. They are. I'm telling you, it's on a good soil. I think they are fine. So these are the ones that have been planted. One day I will show you how we plant it. We're experimenting. I take you to the farm. I take you to the farm one day and show you. You know, I have a house and we'll take you there and we'll show you how the beans is being planted and being harvested. You know, so it's beautiful meal. I mean, it's very proteinous, and you can eat it in season and out of season. What is good for one person might not be good for the other person. You know, but they're all food anyway. So that is what it is. This I know we have beans in Europe and America, but yours is different from ours. This is iron beans. I don't know what they call it there, but this is a kind of beans. So we are picking it and preparing it for cooking. You know, so the cooking aspect of it, also, one thing I've not told about the beans is that when they finish harvesting it, there's a way they preserve it. You know, when I begin to cook, I'll tell you that, but let me just tell you this. So there's a method of preservation in Africa, in Nigeria here. They use, sorry, what I'm going to say right now might not sound palatable, but I have to just tell you, in case you come across the iron beans, you know how to, or beans from Africa, the way we preserve it. We don't have the kind of preservative they have out there abroad. They use what they call sniper. Sniper is dangerous, right? It kills insects. But they put it in the bag and store it there. Why? So that rodents, rats, this would have been a nice teaching. This would have been a nice teaching. I wish I had someone there to learn from me. I was saying something about how the wish I had someone there to learn from me. I was saying something about how the beans is preserved. You know, they put it in sack and they put snipers. Snipers are deadly. They kill insects and rodents. It's just to preserve so that rodents cannot eat it, insects cannot eat it, birds can. We wash it very well and boil it with warm water to remove those chemicals. You know, chemicals are not good for our body. That's what causes cancer. So we cook it very well. And you know, anything that is cooked properly kills the chemicals. So that is how we cook it at home. One day I'm going to be cooking beans. I will show us how I cook the beans. But right now, we are picking our beans. So that is, I'm almost done. This is one mudu I told you. One mudu is 14 cup of milk. I mean, nine cups of thin milk. That pig milk you see, 9 cups of it is what makes one mudu. So I'm picking a whole mudu. You can see we're having fun. That is what I'm doing right now. You have been with me at this moment. So that is the way we pick our beans, and we don't complain. We don't feel bad. It's exciting. Before you know it, I'm done with a whole mudu of beans, as I call it, 9 cups of tin milk. You know, it's done, and I'm already done already. You can see I'm done for the day. So right now I'm doing the final packing to pack it back into, when I'm going to put it back in a nylon bag. We're waiting for when we are ready to cook. Well, my wife is not around, and the kids are not around, and my free time with you, I decided to. So, with this like picking beans, I would like I would like to bring out three things here that I've made. I would like to bring out three things here that I've made predominantly clear before you. Number one, what a woman can do in the kitchen, a man can also do it better. I just finished picking one whole movie of beans, 9 cup or 10 cup of this. That is what it is here. You can see it very well. What a woman can do, a man can do better. And there's dignity in labor. They are not too big to do it for your family. As for science, they say family is the bedrock of the society. With the economy of Nigeria, we are learning to help one another to make it better. When they are not around and I have free time, I do this. You lessen the burdens in the house. It's very expensive to also take help in Europe. Talk less here in Africa, you can get help. Our kind of life here is different. You can get help, but since you cannot afford it, in your free time, you do the house chores. You help in the well bringing of the home, like what you see I'm doing here right now. So there's dignity. Another thing you must see is that there's dignity in labor, working for your family. It keeps your family together. It keeps them glued to you at all times, looking up to you as a role model, because you are teaching, something that the children must imbibe. In our days, we didn't do this because we all have it all done. But now, the economy of the country has changed face. So we begin to tell the economy, they say, if the going gets tough, the tough gets going. So you look for a way, to make it easy for your family. So like I told you, I do this shopping in the house to relieve my wife. My wife does this surgery in March. About 5. If you go out there and conduct an interview with the women, how do they feel when they see their husbands go to market for them? They'll tell you they feel good, because it feels good. It brings out the man in you. You understand what I mean? You are going there to take charge. You're not only taking charge under your bedroom, but you take charge of the market, because the market is intoxicating. It's harassing. The harassment of the market is intimidating. When I mean intimidating, that you see, I remember those days when we were young. People used to call you, come and buy from me, come and buy from me. No, people don't call you. You don't have money, you don't buy. So the sellers don't call you. If you need it, you come and buy it. Nobody calls, nobody begs you to buy. I remember those days they'll beg you, please come and buy from me, come and. No. Now they don't beg you. Because why? It's money that talks. If you don't have money, you can't buy food. And you know what? If you're not buying it, someone that has money will come and buy it. That's the world we live in right now. So it's intoxicating. So there's no place for the average man. It's either you are poor and you are poor to the root, or you are rich and you are rich to the root. So if you are living in Nigeria and you are surviving the economy, I'm telling you, that's why you see Nigerians are very intelligent. We're going through this harsh economic reality. There's nowhere in Nigeria, in any part of the world, you'll not find a Nigerian, and if you find them, they are excelling. So what we're going through right now is for a reason. God allowed it in our time, in our generation, because why He's preparing us for where we are going to. So Nigeria is the focal point in what God is doing. Once again, I welcome you. Again, I need to see you next time. Thank you.